Good evening, beautiful people. It is your man, Moses T. Alexander Green, and I am home alone after being away for a week. Let me tell you something. You absolutely need to get away, vacate, rest your mind, and it brings such great clarity. Hopefully, you all can see my little bit of tan. But I am back, and I needed the break because we are endeavoring to bring pooled a gospel musical drama to the Bowie, Washington, D.C., Prince George's County, Baltimore area. We're having our regional premiere this June. And it's so special for me because I lived between Prince George's County and Washington, D.C. for nearly 12 years. And when we were looking at persons who lived in the area, who we wanted to be a part, there were 3 people, and one of them said yes. And so I'd like to bring to you, I got a little tongue-tied right there. I'd like to bring to you the person playing stranger with another question, Angelia Rowe Garner. Come on in, Angelia.
Hey.
Hey, you. Now listen, I was dressed up and then I was just like, nah. And so when you go to her, I'm gonna go put on my AFIA paraphernalia. What's up, First Fam?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing
Good.
well.
Welcome back. You look rested.
Don't I look rested?
You look rested.
Yeah. And so Angelia, what I knew is I knew that I needed power. So the role that you play is called Stranger with Another Question. And I knew that person to be powerful. So I was going after First Lady Trina Jenkins. And then she had just been elevated. And then I just remember just reaching out to you. And you said yes. And so can you tell everyone when it came to the role and when it came to the story, what made you say yes?
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you for even considering me. I'm humbled by this opportunity. Little did you know that I had an amateur career, like opportunity. I'm not going to say career, but an amateur opportunity when I was in high school. The city looked for one student from every high school to be a part of this production called Happy Birthday Black America. And I know I'm dating myself, but I was selected out of thousands of students to be a part of this play in DC.
Okay.
And the writer and producer of that production was a woman named Grace Bradford. She was the arts and drama teacher at the newly renovated Woodson Senior High School.
Wow.
And I went in as an actress, dancer. I used to dance modern, ballet, tap. And so I'm going to name one other person that you may recognize their name who was also in that production, and that was Jimmy Sturdivant. Pastor James Sturdivant was in the same production.
Wow. Okay.
And we had a choreographer that came down from New York, and it was an amazing production celebrating during the bicentennial, instead of just America, Black America.
Got it.
And it was incredible. We did the American Theater. We did the Ford's Theater. We did some of the area universities, and we did the high schools. And it was our job. We got paid. We did.
In high school, you got paid?
Got paid.
Okay.
We got paid every weekend.
Wow.
Yep. So it was an incredible experience. So it wasn't lost on me, if you will, that you asked me. The other thing is Stranger with Another Question.
Yeah.
So that part right there, I didn't know was with another question, but I know that from the part. But I ask questions in my secular profession as a lawyer.
Yeah, which we want to get to. Yeah.
So that hits perfectly for me.
Yeah.
I've always asked a lot of questions. So I was elated at the when you asked me, it was yes, I will definitely. And then once I read the script, I was sold even more. It just really struck the core of my heart. No question. It struck the core of my heart. And yep, I was like, yep, I'm all in. This part is for me.
So this is what I love about, so one, as a playwright, director, producer, I actually hate casting. I don't like judging people. You know what I'm saying? But what I love about reaching out to you is I knew that I wanted Stranger to have a presence. I knew I wanted Stranger to be like this everyday person. But I also knew that I wanted Stranger to have this fiery side. And what I was struck by was it was your first rehearsal, our first read through as a cast on Zoom. And I was struck by something that you said. You said, I nearly threw the script down, threw it on the floor because I was like, who told him? And so can you speak to the people? And, I have my notes here. Can you speak to how this play ministers to hidden and broken and buried parts of people?
Like it's almost like we believe that the Holy Spirit is a revealer of all truth, and it's so many issues in this play that I don't think very many people who come to see the play will walk away untouched. It's just impossible. It hits so many areas, and it exposes, and I mean exposes, a lot of issues that we know exist.
Yeah.
We know that they're going on. We know they exist, but we won't touch them.
Yeah.
So what and so here you're going, and then when I say that, I mean that the play is not, it's going to point to you, but it's not going to say your name publicly. But it's going to point to you.
I think that's a t-shirt, and we're going to give you all the credit. I think that's it. That is pointing to you.
It's going to point to you.
Yeah. Well, and I think as the playwright who has seen it from it being in the book to me performing little parts in Nebraska and in little coffee houses to it being now a full play, I think what is very interesting is Angelia, in the beginning, there was no music. So it was being pointed at and you couldn't breathe. And so, we get a little song in there. And so you can exhale. Nobody knows that you were just talked about, or your uncle or your aunt or your parents' marriage, or nobody knows, or your sibling that you were going through that. And then I think it's like good surgery. I think then we cut you again and we expose you again. And then you laugh for a moment, and then you're like, oh wow, I didn't realize that. So I actually love that people can be talked about in a way that is safe to me. Now, yeah.
And in addition to that, you're going to know that you're not the only one that's being talked about at that moment.
That's good.
Which will comfort you at the same time. So you're not going to be cut and not healed.
Yeah.
There are going to be people that are around you. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
That will be exposed and talking that will be exposed, that will be you'll be able to know, oh, it's you too.
Yeah.
Oh, it's you too. In other words, you won't be exposed and be isolated. You'll be exposed with company.
That's right.
There will be other people, so you won't feel embarrassed or humiliated, but you'll be comforted because you'll know that there are other people.
Angelia, my father's church came to see us when we were accepted into the 2019 National Black Theater Festival, right? So we're accepted there. The women's ministry took a bus ride, right? My father's church, and thank you all. It's Watts Chapel here in Raleigh. One of the women saw me months later, and she said, that was the quietest bus ride back, because we all saw our lives and our mothers' lives on that stage. Yeah. Exposure with company. So I don't think, because I don't have a degree in Christian writing, I have a degree in writing, and my passion is writing and to tell truth, any storyteller. Is this a church play to you?
It's churchy, but it ain't church. It's not a church play.
It's not a church play, right?
It's not a church play.
Church play. Yeah.
It's not a church play.
And I need people to hear that, because, sometimes we get invitations to churches to do it. And Angelia, as a licensed minister, are you ordained?
I am ordained. I'm ordained.
So as ordained, sometimes, and this is my experience, and I struggled even with putting a gospel musical drama at the end of Pooled, because for a while, for the first 2 years, it was Pooled. I struggle because many times, if it is a church play, then it is Christian profiled, and someone says, well, you can't talk about that. And you can't talk about that. So for me as a playwright, for me as a human being, for me as an artist, the theater, the stage was the place where I could tell more truth than the church house. Can you talk about that?
Yes.
In regards to your experience so far.
Yeah, you can tell more truth, but you know what just dropped in my spirit when you asked me, was it a church play? And I said, no. Mm-hmm. This is post-COVID therapy. This therapy. Wow. It's pre-COVID therapy too, but I'm just saying post-COVID because hopefully we're coming out of COVID. But it's therapy. It is free therapy that's going to help you. Yeah. That's what it is. It's not just church. It's not church. It's not churchy. Yeah. But it is therapy that's going to help you. It's group therapy. I'm sorry, Anthony Brown.
Yeah, Anthony Brown.
It's group therapy. It's a safe place. It's group. If it's group therapy, there is going to be, you're going to recognize where you fit in.
Yeah.
And you're going to be healed. Because other people around you are going to recognize too, and they're going to be healed. It's group therapy, but it's group therapy and group healing.
And group healing.
That's right. Group healing. You're getting 2 for 1. What you're paying in your ticket is not even, you can't even, there is the value of what you're going to get. No way compares to what your ticket price is.
That's right.
That's how much healing you're going to get from this.
If you're open to
it. Whether you're open to it or not.
Oh, wait, well, come on.
It's going to hit you. It's no way you could sit there and listen to this and experience it and not be healed.
Okay. Now listen, y'all. You made me lean up. I love that the healing is present and you can resist it if you want. But the waters are troubled right now. And that's what we say.
Cold. The waters are troubled.
That's right. Because now is your time to be rewoven. And you know what, you and I have talked offline about that. But that is it. So now that leads me to my next question. I was looking at the lyrics of the songs. Hey, y'all, I'm at home. I don't have a studio. I was looking at the lyrics of the songs and just tell people how the show can minister to them in this area. A song that I wrote called By Now. And the character says, by now, I should have lost my mind. I should have given up. I should have thrown the towel in long ago. By now, through all of my stops and my starts, it's hard to believe that you haven't dropped me and that you haven't left me by now. What do you want to say as the stranger to the people who come of all faiths, of all identities, of all backgrounds, and some part of them feels that by now God should have left them alone, that by now God should have dropped them? What do you think the play has for them?
Who are you to put that limitation on the God that is so much bigger than your problem? Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm asking another question. Hey, who are you? Here I go.
That's it. That's it.
Who are you?
And actually, that's the question. Actually, Angelia, that is actually the question that you ask the main character. Who are you to make excuses for why you can't be healed now? And let me tell you, everyone, the way that she delivers it, the way she delivered it on Monday. Now, mind you, none of us, we're in 5 different states. None of us have been in the same place yet. And she asked that question in such a way that as an actor, I was annoyed with her the way that I think most people are when we are okay with being in our shells and that we've said, okay, well, God can move in these areas of our lives, but it's over for me now. And you're saying, who are you? Yep. Who are you?
Who are you? Who are you? Yep. And I've asked, and guess what? I had to, and I'm the question asker. And I had to ask myself that question a whole lot of times in life.
Yeah. Yeah.
A whole lot of times in life. So you know how they say when you're pointing a finger at somebody, one's pointing back at you?
Yeah.
4 of mine are pointing back at me.
Yeah. Yeah. Who are you to determine? Next song is my favorite song by Tamika. Hey, Tamika, thank you for watching.
Hey, sis.
She says, give me one day of strength. Give me one moment of grace so I can see me like you do. What do you have to say? How does the play resonate, or how does your character try to bring that out?
Again, my character is the one that is not going to let you let yourself die. Mm-hmm. My character is the one that's going to keep questioning you, and I'm not going to let you. You know, sometimes when I'm hanging up the phone, I'll say to the other party, let you let me go. That question will not be here. I'm never going to let you let me go.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm never going to let you let me go. There's no excuse.
That's right.
No excuse.
Right. Is there an issue at the pool that is, I know the answer, but I promise you, I had 4 questions. I was like, okay, we're going to be in and out. Producer, I was like, you know what? We're going to be in and out real quick. But this is like, I'm invigorated. I think the pool, Angelia, shows that there's not an issue that you have that God can't heal. And I think that my lived experiences, I think that what church can be is a place where you can't tell the truth about what you're going through, and so you can't ever get healed. You can't even, God doesn't even have a space to come in because everybody's acting like they have it all together all the time. And I think what this play does is, I think it's just like, yes, you have that issue too, and he can heal it. Yes, that broke apart too, and he can heal it. You know, like for me, that is that's what it says to me. One more question.
But let me say this: the play is not going to let you go to your grave without sharing your healing, because a lot of people die.
That's right.
Because of what you just said.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
But this play is not going to let you go. It's not going to let you die and go to your grave without being healed. And another thing, chlorine is in the pool. Every pool I've been in, there's some chlorine in there.
Yeah.
The pool represents the water. You got the water. You got the chlorine of the Holy Spirit. You got everything you need in that pool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. One of our most priceless moments, if I would have known we were going there, I would have had it ready. There was a woman who came to the world premiere. And after the Saturday show, this woman came. She had to be her late 60s, early 70s, or mid 70s. And this woman came, and my stage manager said, and she took a picture because I wasn't there. This woman asked if she could touch the waters because we had done our job. The Holy Spirit had used us for her to believe that there was something there. And so let's talk about, and then we got to talk about D9 night. Don't let me forget to talk about D9 night. And God rewove, thank you. And God rewove the pain. What is the message? What is the hope that you want to tell people about not only can they acknowledge it, but what God can do with pain, what God can do with trauma, what God can do with loss, what God can do with the unexpected? What do you want to say?
So I'm going to go Bible on you right here.
I'm ready.
And we know that all things work together for the good of them. And so all things means all things.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me go Bible on you in a different way. When we drink communion, we say, drink ye all of it.
Yeah.
Drink you, in other words, drink ye all of it.
Yeah.
Because it's going to work out for your good. It's not just the good, it's the good, the bad, the indifferent.
Right.
But when he puts it in that cup,
that's right.
And he says, drink ye all of it.
Yeah.
All of it is going to work out for your good. And I have so many things that I'm dealing with right now. If I didn't know God, if I didn't know Jesus, I'm like, there's no way this is going to work out for me. But I know it will.
Yeah.
But we only want good. Our human nature is only want the good. But it's the good and the bad that makes it good.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
It's got to be a mix.
It's got to be a mix. Or when, I think it's Psalm 103, when he says, bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that's within me. I preached that one time and I said, you got to make your regrets speak well of God. You got to make your poor decisions speak. Everything that you got going, everything going on, my regrets. I wish I did. You got to make all of it speak well of God.
I preached that same text and I preached the all factor.
Okay.
The all factor. It's same thing.
Same thing.
All factor.
All right. So, hey, in our time left, and people are coming and say, preach all this other stuff. Hey, everyone, we are excited to announce here that, and I've got to give credit to where it's due, the very first D9 night on Broadway was the creation of my godmother, Valencia Yearwood, a co-producer on For Colored Girls and Thoughts of a Colored Man, Eric King, who lives in Prince George's County. What's up, King? And he really did the logistics behind D9. And I was at the table too. So the very first time on Broadway, didn't watch. After that, Chicken and Biscuits did it. And now every play's doing D9 night on Broadway. Well, we are here as members of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated and Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority. We are here to announce that we're going to have D9 night. That's going to be that Saturday, June 12th, Saturday, June 11th show at 8 p.m. That Saturday, June 11th show at 8 p.m. is D9 night. We're working with Prince George's County National Panhellenic Council, Barbara Holt Streeter, Delta Sigma Theta. She's going to help.
Actually, she's Alpha Kappa Alpha.
Oh my God, I did call it Delta, didn't I?
Yep, yes. I know. That's my soror. I was there. Yeah, so I'm sorry. I had to jump in there. Jump in there and make sure, because yeah, she would hang me and you. She hang you for saying it, hang me for not correcting it. So
here's the thing. My sister, Barbara Holt Streeter, aka my godmother, Valencia Yearwood, Delta, music director of the show, Delta Sigma Theta, Janine Ware, Delta Sigma Theta, Henry O. Lovett and Lloyd Pullum, Omega Psi Phi. We are coming together that God would also heal, deliver, expose, set free those of us that are part of the D9. And so, hey, if you're part of the D9 and you're from Baltimore to Virginia, or if you want to come down from New York and come up from Florida, we're having D9 night. We're working on all the marketing. And I've got to say, when you have to cast or when your show's going in a different direction, it's not always easy, for me at least, to figure out the persons and the personalities and this is my baby. So who can I entrust parts of this? And I've got to say, Angelia, from the time that we talked early that morning to this very call, I see so much purpose in you being at the pool. And when I went to Glenarden, First Baptist Church of Glenarden, it's not like we talk. I mean, we both are praisers, so you know. But it's not, and you're a prayer warrior. But it's not like we had a relationship. But I thank God that in the fullness of time, thank God for Facebook. It's a, hey, can you give me a call? But you also have encouraged me.
Wow.
Think about, remember, I interviewed for a job back there. We won't say what the job was.
Yeah, I remember.
And you would send me Facebook messages that said, no backward steps.
Yep. Keep pushing forward.
You said, you're not.
Keep moving forward. Yep.
That's right. And so, and so look, so now God is bringing me back.
Wow.
Not for a job, but in a greater fullness of who I am as an artist, to tell a story that I hope people fully receive it.
And that's going to propel you even further forward.
Okay. I'm not going, listen, y'all, I'm Baptist-Costal. I will lay out on this live if I let her go any further. But
it's gonna, you made full circle back, but it's in a forward direction. Like you didn't backtrack your way back.
No.
You came forward.
Yeah.
And it's going to propel you even further forward.
Yeah. Yeah. And the production. So finally, I do got to let everyone know in my final minute and a half, you were asked to pray and be a part of
Justice Ketanji.
Yeah, Justice Ketanji. Can you tell us what that experience was like for you?
As briefly as I can, I was at breakfast with a friend that we had not seen each other in 2 years. I had done some legal work for one of her family members. And so we got together for breakfast. And while at the table, I had turned my phone over and it was on silent mode. And while at the table breakfast, my phone started to shake. I turned it over. I was like, oh, wait, okay, let me respond to this. And before I knew it, I was on the phone with this woman who was saying, we got your name. We understand you're a lawyer and a preacher. We want you to give words at this luncheon tomorrow. And it was a luncheon for Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson. She was not going to be there because it was close to her confirmation hearing starting, but it was all these powerful women. And then they said, and they wanted me to pray at the luncheon and speak on the steps of the Supreme Court. And so I'm like, and one of pray Sunday, be at the Supreme Court Monday. Well, I had court myself Monday.
Yeah. And then you had me calling you like, hey, I need to know, are you going to be like then I'm calling you like, hey, I'm on my way to court.
Right. And so long story short, I go to the luncheon that Sunday. Out of fairness, they said, well, since we ask you to do two things. We want somebody else to pray at the luncheon that Sunday, but we still want you there.
Okay.
I went to this luncheon. I had no idea. The power of the women at that luncheon blew me away. I was like, how in the world did I end up in this space with these women? And it was just, it was very, very humbling, because the power that these women had, it did not cause them to lose sight on who they were. And it did not it helped to foster. I mean, everybody in there was wonderful. Like the relationship, the aura of the room, the experience was incredible.
I love it.
It was incredible.
And
some of the women that were preparing her for her confirmation hearings, they shared. The woman who prayed was amazing. She was from Alfred Street. I connected with her. Yeah. I mean, it was amazing.
Yeah,
it was amazing. And so I, during the hearings, I saw one of the women that I had met, and I texted her because. Even while I saw her sitting behind Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson during the hearing, I texted her. And I thought, she's too busy. She's not going to text me back. She texted me back. And I'm saying, and what my point is that when they said we were sisters, they meant that. They meant that. And so, and then that Monday, I drove into DC. I Ubered down to the Supreme Court. All along my Uber ride, all I could hear is everybody's getting ready for the confirmation hearings of Justice Ketanji. I didn't even tell the Uber driver that why I was going. I just was going. And standing on, and I am admitted to argue before the Supremes. I'm admitted to argue, but standing on the steps of the Supreme Court to give remarks in support of her I will never ever forget that.
I just got why God chose you. Not only are you, and thank you for telling them that, not only are you admitted to argue for the Supreme Court of the nation, in this role, you are arguing for the supreme being of our lives. To tell people, don't you dare give up. See, now I'll go straight. Well, we got rehearsal at 8:45. Don't you dare give up. Don't you dare give in. Don't you dare think it's too late. Don't you dare think that I can't take the mess that you made with your life. Come on, somebody.
Wow.
All the years of disobedience. And that's actually your character.
So
that is your character in the play.
Let me say,
and I promise you, we can get out of here.
I'm gonna say this in closing. As I argue on behalf of clients, because I do criminal. First of all, at the end of my preaching bio, it says that I represent my number one client, which is Jesus. That's number one. Number two is I practice in the area of criminal law. And there is something called a noli prosequi.
Okay.
It means we wipe the slate clean. We dismiss the case.
She's setting us up, y'all. Come on, preacher. Come on.
You can be, it don't matter if you're guilty or not. There is something called a noli prosequi that's like the blood of Jesus. It wipes your slate clean. It's like expungement. It gets rid of all, it is no trace. No trace of the arrest, no trace of the charge. It's wiped clean.
And we want everyone that comes, whatever you've done, even the night before, even the day of, whatever you're still carrying, we want you to know that not the pool, but the God of the pool has the ability to do a, what's it called?
Noli prosequi.
Noli prosequi in your life.
It's going to be dismissed and with prejudice, meaning it can't be re-brought up. It can't be brought up again. Don't get me started now.
Listen, so hey, everybody, June 10th, There is something in the water. It's freedom is liberation. June 10th, opening night. Tickets are available right now at www.buoycenter.org. Friday, June 10th. 2 shows on June 11th. And then finally, June 12th, that Sunday. He's going to do something. All right. So over the next couple of days, you're going to start seeing some things we announced here tonight. And Barbara Holt-Streeter, oh my God, I apologize. We all are loved, but yes, you are an AKA. We thank we thank everyone that's part of the D9 and Angelia. Thank you so much for saying yes. Last question: do you think that they're going to be praise breaks?
I hope so. I hope so. It's gonna be some praise. If it's not a dance, it's gonna be some verbal praise from just the exhaling of letting go and the weights being lifted off and the chains being broken. It's gonna be some praise. There's gonna be some praise.
It happened last week at rehearsal. We rehearsed with the North Carolina crew, and when we sang that song, Clarice Gerald Hall, Lovey, saying, "It may get better, but right now it feels like too much evermore." The worship that ensued after just singing the phrase, "It may get better, but right now it feels like too much." And just for someone to be able to admit I know that God's going to make it better, but right now it feels like, man. All right. So look, producer, come on, bro. Producer, come on air real quick. Come on air. Dude, I told you, I was like, yo, man, we might be in 20 minutes. I feel lit, and you know I like to run. Angelia, you know I'm a runner. I'll dance. I'll run before I dance. I feel like I go outside and I could run right now.
You know, that was the experience we had the first night reading the script.
That's right.
Do you remember? I will never forget that night. I cried like a baby. That was the first night we read the script. And this is on Zoom.
On Zoom.
This transcended Zoom.
That's right. And half the cast are new members. So it's not as if we are rehearsing what we've done. So hey, everybody, please come be in the space with us. That's my boy, my fraternity brother, A Phi A, for life. All my love, my peace and happiness. Come on. I don't want to do it here. But Antoine, what do you want to say? Because you were at, real quick, Angelia, the very first time that we ever did Pooled as a reading. It wasn't even the music. We had a couple of songs. Antoine was there. He and his beautiful wife, Cynthia, were there. Antoine, what do you want to say? I'll let you close, my brother.
I wish I could be there.
Yeah.
I wish I could be there.
Because you see, he's had some circumstances where he can't. But you see the fire that one has.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
All right. So, hey, everyone. I actually have rehearsal till about 11:30 tonight. In about 10 minutes. Yeah. Yes. So, hey, everyone. Thank you so much, Angelia. And hey, everybody. She's a lawyer. So,
it's Reverend Esquire. I have a license to help keep you out of jail and out of hell.
How can people get in contact with you?
My website is thereverendesquire.com. You can also reach me. My email address is angelia@argarnerlaw.com. You can reach me on Facebook, Angelia Rowe JD CAP. I just got my certification as a chartered advisor in philanthropy. So that's what CAP stands for.
Okay, I saw it today. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm way over time. Angelia, last thing. The other reason why I have Angelia is with everything that's happened in my life in the last 3 years, if my character goes up, she knows the cue. Just take them in. I need someone that can carry it in between you and Pastor Patina and my college pastor. I know that everybody will be good. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. I got rehearsal. Peace. Thank you, Angelia.
You're welcome.
All right.